Nah, jangan siapa.
Naturally, I'm going to go for the t-shirt.
Are interacting with our customers on a daily basis, and we're thinking, what are the tools that we can give them via mobile, via desktop, that allows them to give a better customer experience to the customer. So we started our partnership this year. We were working with a partner called Curio, and we first focused on membership sales and really converting leads into members. And we're in the process of rolling that out. And by the end of this year, we'll have fully rolled out our CRM solution. And then as we look into 2015, we're looking towards things like chatter, communities. Communities is a big opportunity for us in that we have physical communities that are forming within our clubs around cycling, running, concepts like that. But the thing is, how do we expand this to a broader audience and push it digital? So we're going to use the communities platform next year to start to create member-based communities on our website and our app, and allow our members to start connecting with our employees, so an instructor or a trainer. So if somebody's training for a marathon.
So I took it. Now he's a Jets fan.
Yeah, now he's a Jets fan. Through a Jets fan? Yeah.
No, I'm a Jets fan. I was actually a Jets fan while I was in Boston.
Were you really? I thought we had this conversation. You were a Jets fan.
That was someone else you had that conversation with.
I tried to convince my son when he picked his team, you gotta pick your team, pick wisely.
Yeah.
Because you can't change.
As promised, I will text you, son. We have a 3:30 in the area. Stay on. Have a enough time.
Tell a story of one classroom in need, and that usually happens through email. That allows us to really pull someone in and get them feeling emotional, and it gets them to donate.
You know, that's really interesting because somebody, just a few years ago, people were saying, oh, email, social networking is a new thing. And yet I'm seeing over and over again, people like you say that if you want to make a connection with someone, get a conversation going, email's still the medium of choice. That's still working for you, isn't it?
It's our #1 tactic for bringing people to our site to make donations. It allows us to tell a story. It allows us to personalize that story based on the donor's preferences. And it allows us to remind them to give. So I like to say with working at a charity, people, when they make a donation, don't get a pair of shoes in the mail or a cool new gadget for their kitchen. We actually have to remind them and pull them in and get them to tug their heartstrings to get them to donate.
Well, Katie, I hope I can join you in challenging the group here, the group that's joining us by webcast. Your numbers are huge, but I did a little bit more math. I kind of figured out that it's kind of the equivalent of pinning a $5 bill to the shirt of your child on the first day of school with a note that says, "The teacher, we hope this helps." It's better than nothing, but there's so much more that can be done, and thank you for making it so accessible to people to feel involved and invested in just this critical task of getting the resources to teachers and their kids.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Years old, you have products that are literally an hour old. And so we were able to actually create a CRM and ERP system on Salesforce platform that really enabled us to take this older traditional media company and actually move it kind of to where it is today, where we have controls all the way from IO to invoice on the cloud-based system. And it's really absolutely amazing.
I started here 7 years ago and we were barely beginning to use the P word. It was customers like you who essentially demanded that we step up to what being a platform entails. For us, what is it that really crosses the line from just being a very customizable CRM to being what you just described, a platform that goes from asset to sale?
I think that the key piece is that when you have sales or you have anybody sitting actually at the acquisition, you can turn around and get them to make the sale, fulfill, and invoice literally sitting there with an iPad or a tablet. The key is that when people are sitting in the event, they can actually create the whole purchase. They can actually take it from A to Z, traditionally, this took sometimes days, sometimes weeks, and sometimes, especially throughout that workflow, you lose a lot of sales. The fact is, you're 10 people in the workflow. Today, it's one person, a few clicks, all literally in the cloud, always available. And then one of the key pieces of that is the workflow is minutes next to sometimes it used to take weeks.
We love to hear stories like that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Good to have you here. We'll be back in June with the World Tour, but also in June, what, day before, day after?
Yep. So we also, June 15th, the week of June 15th, will be here, but you don't have to wait till June to experience the Marketing Cloud. We invite all of you who are marketers today to join us for the keynote right here in this room today at 4:30, to stop by our Marketing Cloud Networking Lounge and visit our Barista Bar, and make sure that you stop by and visit us in the campground.
Well, you heard from Katie earlier, you'll be hearing from other folks throughout the day. The new marketing is one-to-one conversation at scale. We really want to bring that to you today, and on an even bigger scale in June here at Connections. Amanda, thank you very much.
Android, and we are growing the universal communications, all the messaging, the Internet of Things, and finally, all devices.
It's not only the devices, of course, but also we're doing OEM deals where something we've always heard about, which is the trust platform within the BlackBerry technology, is now becoming something that you're licensing. You're really becoming a genuine platform provider. I think you and we have in common the idea that trust has to be a platform service. You don't just give people a box of razor blades and say, you all be careful now. Can you tell me a little bit about that vision of trust as part of the platform of BlackBerry?
Absolutely, and I just touch on the Salesforce partnership. We're one of your top 10 customers, and for me, I can manage my business anywhere. We've got 150 sales guys across the US, so in real time, I'm managing them from a mobile platform using Salesforce. So first of all, we announced the partnership with you, which was a very natural partnership, bringing mobility, security, and cloud power to our combined customers. But also, yes, you're absolutely right, we partnered with Samsung to bring the power of their NOx capabilities to the enterprise in a secure container using the BlackBerry Enterprise service. So very exciting, very powerful, and very innovative.
Fantastic. Well, the first device this company ever issued was a BlackBerry, and when I see that passport and look at the way that these people, they don't have that hungry look of people who need to find an outlet really soon. I mean, a 30-hour battery life, that's not nicely done, Guy. I think you're hitting a real pain point there. Tony, thank you so much for being with us today. Now, other John McPhee, you were the COO, now you're the president. It's got to be about the execution with you guys and getting people out there in the customer
Design within reach.
feel that you're bringing design to them.
Absolutely. Our sale is highly considered. To sell a $5,000 lounge chair may take 3 or 4 visits. And if we lose track of that customer in the process, it's a real problem. So,
in so many ways, the most exciting stories we're privileged to be part of now are businesses that have existed for a long time and yet are being really fundamentally reinvented for a more modern world. Insurance in New York is a well-established business. The Insurance Society of New York was founded in 1901. But I'm joined now by someone with a company that is 30 years older than that. Lori Nitschke is the Director of Digital Marketing Communications at Marsh. Lori, tell me about the new world of risk management, where pandemic risk is now the banner headline on the Marsh page. I think that was a new category compared to 1871.
Perhaps, although there was something called a plague and all those other things. But, well, we do live in interesting times, certainly, and I think that one of the things that we find is that our clients still want, obviously, the same sort of risk advice and help in ensuring their risks and preparing for them that they always have, but they might want them in different ways, right? And we're all using technology. We're all trying to break down barriers and communicate with each other better globally. And one of the things that we've done is to help our colleagues, our 26,000 colleagues internally, do that by using Chatter. We all use Chatter, and we're all part of a social intranet that we built on Force.com. That's part of our CRM.
I know that.
Well, I think, one of the things for us that is really important with our clients is using all that experience through data and analytics and bringing that to life for people so they can really see what sorts of risks they may face in the future. So through the social intranet, we're able to communicate about those things better internally, which helps us communicate about them better externally to our clients. Of course, mobile and social are big tools for us too. I think everyone wants to not only advance in their understanding of things, but in how they use technology to use it faster and on the go and those things. So we're working with Stacey's team on mobile as well.
And Stacy, I've had conversations with you and many other folks at Accenture about the need to kind of shatter the old label of implementation partner. I met with 200 of our partners yesterday, and I actually held up Accenture as the exemplar and saying, look, this is not about defining success as, yes, the CRM is rolled out. This is the beginning of a process of changing the way your company works. Can you give us 15 seconds on the Accenture vision for that?
Well, I think I'm thinking about it now as how do you plug these platforms together really to have data-driven insights into your organization, and how do you seamlessly integrate all those tools so it's one experience and not just a sales tool, and how is everything that you do in your business driven out of a single place?
I think that was actually under 15 seconds. Thank you. Stacy, Lori, great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Face hunger on a daily basis, and we rescue food from all of the supermarkets across the city, wholesale markets, the hotels you mentioned, and this year we'll aim to rescue around 50 million pounds of food. But the demand is very high for our services, and since 2008 the soup kitchens and pantries that we serve have experienced a 43% increase in attendance, which is incredible.
Mandela and two popes. They have logged 2 million travel miles together. They've been doing what they do since they were founded in 1986 on the birthday of the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Please welcome the world-renowned masters of infectious energy and glorious sound, the Harlem Gospel Choir.
Few things were connected. Individual voices were silenced. And you could buy your way to a leadership position with traditional ads. Then, it all changed. Every industry is being disrupted, everyone and everything is being connected. The customer now rules, and speed is the new currency of business. It is the single most powerful and innovative time in the history of technology. Worlds of opportunity are being created daily. Billions of products and devices are being connected. Everyone has a supercomputer in their pocket. An entire planet of apps has exploded before us. We now have the ability to personalize one-to-one connections at a massive scale. The social revolution has introduced an entire new world of community, all of it creating a sea of data unlike anything we've ever seen. But the question is, how do you align all these worlds today and succeed? Introducing the Customer Success Platform, the world's most trusted and innovative enterprise cloud. Reimagined so you can succeed and go as fast as the world around you. Take your CRM to a whole new level. Create deeper, more meaningful relationships with each customer and sell smarter and faster as a team from anywhere. Elevate customer service on every single channel and transform service forever by enabling instant help for every customer with the touch of a button. Trigger real-time one-to-one connections and take every customer with you on a journey. Extend the journey in a powerful new way inside your apps and create a personal brand experience for every interaction with every customer. Engage your customers, partners, and employees in vibrant communities so you can rapidly share knowledge, collaborate, and align across your entire ecosystem. Easily serve massive waves of data throughout your entire enterprise so you can operate at the speed of thought and empower your team in a way never before possible. Build mobile apps, lightning fast, for every single aspect of your business and deploy them instantly across every single device at once. Now you can run your entire business from your phone, tablet, watch, kiosk, or whatever comes next. This is the power of having your sales, service, marketing, community, analytics, and apps in the cloud. This is the new Salesforce. This is the Customer Success Platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice Chairman and President, Salesforce, Keith Long.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Before we begin this show, I think we should recognize the Harlem Choir because they made me happy, and I hope they made you happy. How about a round of applause for those people? Are you happy? Were you made happy? Were you inspired? Were you motivated? Are you happy?
Yes.
Wow, this side is very inspired and motivated, and this, I don't know what's going on over here. Are you happy? Were you inspired? Were you motivated? Okay, now this side is doing really well, and this side, anyway, let's just start the show. So, welcome to Javits. This is actually the inaugural kickoff of our Salesforce World Tour, and there is no better place to do that than New York City. How many people are from New York? many of you from Oklahoma? Obviously, the Oklahomans are over here. Anyway, we've gotten some accolades. We're a pretty humble company. We've done some pretty good things. But you can see some of the success. You can see that, you know, we've celebrated our 15th birthday. We've been recognized by IDC as the #1 CRM company in the world. That's pretty good. We feel pretty good about that. We've been identified by Fortune as the most admired company in software, or the 7th best company in the world. We created a vision for the cloud. When we created Salesforce 15 years ago, you know, we didn't want to just have the best product. We didn't want to just have this great vision for the cloud. We wanted to make a difference in the community. We wanted to create a model. We didn't want to be that every company. We wanted to be something very unique that we felt good about, that really fueled our culture and the DNA of our people. And so we created the Salesforce Foundation, which has been incredibly successful. And we created the 1-1-1 model. And the 1-1-1 model is about giving 1% of our people's time to the community. It's about 1% of the equity of the company to the community. It's about 1% of the products to the community. Super important. And you can see, if you look at these screens, the statistics are absolutely staggering. 743,000 and more service hours by the community, or given to the community by our employees. Over 73 million in grants. Over 23,000 nonprofit organizations actually run their organizations on our technology. And just as you, as customers, have inspired us, we have inspired the technology industry and other companies to take on the same model, this 1-1-1 model. You see, over the last 15 years, if you think about the history of technology, there has been enormous wealth that's been created. Enormous wealth. And you know, that's great. But what's even greater is giving back to the community. So when Mark had this concept in his head, he wanted to inspire others in the industry to give back. And we've done it. And we've done it successfully. Google now adopts a 1-1-1 model. VMware adopts a 1-1-1 model. You can see Workday, those of you who are Workday customers, they've adopted a 1-1-1 model. So we're very, very happy that you have inspired us, the community has inspired us, customers and partners have inspired us, and we have in turn, in a philanthropic way, inspired the rest of the technology industry to adopt this model, which is very, very important. Now, every time that we do one of these events, in every city that we go to, we try to do something really unique and very cool that we can give everybody a chance to give back to the community, to do something different, not just our employees, but our greater ecosystem. And so this year, we're supporting an organization called City Harvest. Now, everybody knows next week is Thanksgiving, which is that happens to be, in case you're very interested, that happens to be my favorite holiday. But Thanksgiving really is about giving back and giving thanks. And we all know that. And so this year we're supporting, as I said, City Harvest. City Harvest is in the mission against the fight for hunger, against hunger here in New York. And they help 1.4 million people in this community with this fight. That's a staggering statistic, 1.4 million. So, are you done? Lynn, I do not want those cookies. I love those cookies. That's the problem. I'll be visiting my doctor next week and he's gonna yell at me. But anyway, those are freshly baked cookies provided by the Girl Scouts. And many of you probably know the charter of the Girl Scouts. They do amazing things for the community. There are over 2 million Girl Scouts today. They inspire over 800,000 volunteers in the community. And it's an organization that builds leadership. So Maggie, it's an inspirational organization. It does so many things in the community. It's made a difference in so many people's lives. And you're the CIO, no small task. So what's top of mind for you?
Well, people know us for our cookies, of course. And it's thanks to Salesforce that you've actually each got a box of cookies on your seat or under your seat. I hope you've all got your favorite flavor. If not, it'll be cookie season soon.
I just want to know, are there lemon creams in the audience?
You might have to fight each other, okay. So they're there somewhere. That's what people know us for. There's a few things that are less well known about us. For one thing, every penny of the revenue from the sale of our cookies goes back to the Girl Scouts, goes back to those troops. And those girls will use that money in those troops either for their own experience, their own education, their own to travel somewhere, or to actually pay back to their own community by building swings for less able children and to pay back into their community.
And they can say, you know what, I have a project that I'm doing in a building and there's a certain temperature and I need to know if I can apply this substance to it, or this material in this temperature, and what technique should I use, and what brush should I use, or what sort of hammer should I use, and I can collaborate with my peer group. Or I can contact somebody at Home Depot and they can give me some advice on how to do this. And those of you who are consumers, you can also go to community.homedepot.com and you can get on and you can take on projects and you can get all sorts of advice. Like I went on to go look at how to build a doghouse. I have 2 dogs. How many people have dogs in the audience? Okay, I have 2 small dogs. I'm ashamed to admit that I have 2 small dogs, but I have 2 small dogs. And I went on and looked on community.homedepot.com to figure out how to build a doghouse. The problem is that the doghouse specs are starter castles. They're huge. So although they're probably too big for my small dogs, they're not too big for me. Occasionally I am in the doghouse. So.
With us on making our customers wildly successful. You just saw the GE video. They are a business like no other. GE Capital amazes me. They're ahead of the game. They're a data-driven organization. And I have the privilege of showing you today how they use the Salesforce Analytics Cloud to manage their business. So I'm going to give you a little demo. I'm going to move into role here. So I'm going to be Jackie, and I'm a Global Relationship Manager at GE Capital. It's the end of the quarter. We all know how that feels. Maybe Keith and a few others know it more than others, but we know how it feels. And I have a massive deal to close, and the company's called Brunswick Corporation, and if you don't know them, they are a leading manufacturer of gorgeous luxury yachts and boats. So let me show you the story here. I start my day with my phone. I run my business on my phone, and I go right from there into the Salesforce Analytics Cloud. And right in there, I have all of my data sets, not just my Salesforce data, third-party data. I have inventory data coming from SAP on my accounts. I have social data. I have all different unstructured data, product data. And I have all of my dashboards and all my lenses of my business. Now, as I'm trying to close quarter end, my territory by brand is my favorite one, because that dashboard...
How has analytics changed the game in GE? How are you using it? Tell the story.
Well, the analytics is actually building upon a long history that we've had in Salesforce. If you think back to 2006, that's when GE was just really starting to investigate the cloud and how to bring it apart and help you react quickly to your marketplace. And Salesforce helped GE with the Sales Cloud in order to help us move to connect better with our customers there. Then social and mobile came along, where you can start to exploit and understand better what your customers are saying and how you can start to take what you know to help your customers grow. That was all about the Access GE movement. We built a lot of that capability with Salesforce as well. What was always missing, what was really exciting about Wave Analytics was the fact that we have all this information locked up inside of GE, and how do we turn it around and make these analytics work for our customers? So that, just like we said in the video, we're helping you build your company and using that information in a way that's real time, right there. And actually, it's not about a loan, it's not about a lease from GE Capital's perspective, but it's about making your company run better. And so that's where analytics comes full circle with GE and GE Capital to help us, really make our customers succeed in their market. So it's been a wonderful journey.
So you've taken it this far. You've seen the future. This is like, I've seen the future of rock and roll stand. So I've seen the future of GE. What is the future of GE, and how do you take analytics to drive you there?
Well, the future's bright, that's for sure. It's been, we're creating puns here, but the ability to take this and not only use it in a commercial context, but also start to unlock some of the analytics around what marketing is doing and bring that together to bring a real strength to our commercial organization, to be the smartest people out there on the street and move much more into a service orientation relationship with our customers. That's what's the next thing. And as you said before, jet engines, medical equipment, transportation, energy, we see quite the things. And so tools like this just help us start to unlock that and make it available for our customers. So we're really excited to use it in the commercial context today, but who knows?
GE has always blazed trail, and we certainly appreciate the partnership that we have with GE, and your leadership, your thought leadership has always been a big part of that. So thank you for doing this. How about a round of applause for James? Very much.
If you ask me what has changed the most for me in the last 45 years, is that today I run most of my business from the phone. You know, I say that the most dangerous place to make a decision is in the office. You need to make the decision where the customer is, where suppliers, where the employers is, and this new way of doing business allows you to take the decision exactly at the point where it matters. In the past, it was bigger companies that outcompeted smaller companies. I think that's history. Today, the fast companies outcompete the slow companies. So for this organization to transform, there's 4 things we really have to do. Get much faster. We have to work on collaboration, connectivity, and scalability. And all of that in a mobile context. And there, Salesforce has been a fantastic partner and a great help for us.
If you really want to provide the customer with omnichannel engagement, you have to make sure that everyone knows everything about the customer. And this is only possible when you have a fully connected platform which really enables information exchange instantly.
We have been elsewhere around the world and we've seen a lot of great systems, but they were not 100% connected. So what we found with the Salesforce platform is that we can absolutely see everything at the same time.
Since everything is interconnected on Salesforce One, we can share information very easily. Everyone knows what's going on with the customer right now. That's very important for us.
We call it connecting the dots. So if there's a delivery that's gone wrong, immediately the customer will see it, the sales rep will see it, the distribution manager will see it, and I will see it.
The cloud helps us to add functionality when we want it. That's where Salesforce comes in as a rich platform for us.
It gives us the agility we need, so it has given us back to speed.
It's like a big toolbox. And out of that big toolbox, you can build individual, but very fast, your application for every department in your company. For sales, marketing, for service.
We are only limited by our own ideas right now, not by technology. And that's why we choose Salesforce.com as our primary hub for mobile applications.
What makes me really excited about this is what it does for us internally, but also what it does for all of our customers. So when the sales reps go out today, they can press location and up pops every single outlet geocoded around them, and they can make a survey at that very moment.
Is there a cooler? Do we have all the promotional materials in place? Are all our brands available? All these things you just go through and the app is organically helping you to do that job. In the past it was like, you're doing the survey and you get the results back a day later when the backend did the calculations. But with our new mobile app and Salesforce in place, this number is being calculated immediately.
We have literally billions of transactions every day. And with the Salesforce One platform, it really doesn't matter whether it's on a loyalty app or whether it's on what we call the manager app, or whether it's on Chatter or Salesforce One. Everything is connected, collaborative, and mobile. We're just getting faster.
The second, but it's really important for me to think about that store and how to improve it. So let's go. I'm now ready to go. I know what's going on at Wesleyan Cafe. Why don't we go visit them right now? I think, here we are. Hello, Wesleyan Cafe, how's it going? So this is Coca-Cola sales rep, and I'm visiting my customer here, right here at Wesleyan Cafe. So the first thing I'm going to do when I get there, I'm going to bring up the app, and I'm going to do basically a little survey. I'm going to look around the store. I'm going to see what's going on, what Coca-Cola product is exposed, how it's doing. I'm going to go ahead and that information is now pushed back up to Salesforce, and that red score is calculated. Okay, this makes it really easy for me to do my job. I know if I can get that score above 80, that customer is going to be more successful. I'm going to be more successful. Coca-Cola is going to be more successful. And what that graphic is telling me is that to get that score above 80, I have one thing to do. I need to talk to them about a cooler. The cooler score is only 45%, and I can get that higher and get that score above 80. So let's view. That is really, really cool. I want to say congratulations to Coca-Cola. really want to say thank you for sharing your story with us. And Keith, back to you.
Great. Thanks, Mike. Give me a Coke with a smile, man. Thanks. Coke and the cookies, that's great. So you had a great vision for Coca-Cola Germany, and you started to execute on this vision. So tell us about the vision. How did you come up with the vision? How are we helping you along the way?
So first of all, the vision was, we saw a lot of our people as we got into legacy systems that, they're supposed to make us go faster, but there's a lot more bureaucracy happening as well. So we wanted people to actually get away from sitting behind their computers to be in front of the customers. And there you really helped us to get people out of the office, reduce bureaucracy as you heard in the video, and also being truly helpful to get us much closer to the customer and supporting our customers much, much better.
Now, when you think about the vision for the future, because you've taken the action, you've had the thought leadership, you've had this vision around get people empowered, get them out of the office. You have this great line in the video about, I think it's nobody ever makes a great decision, only bad decisions are made in the office. But when you think about the future of Coca-Cola and how Salesforce can enable you, can you elaborate for the audience, what does that vision look like?
I think we have about, in Germany, I'm talking for Germany only, we have about 500,000 customers. And each of these points are a great way to provide some better service. So I think we just begun. And there's many other contact points and there's many other opportunities to drive more revenue for our customers and in that process more revenue for us as well. And what it really comes down to is you have now with new technology, new hardware, it's getting much easier to use. With Salesforce One, it's a lot easier to use, so we have both hard and software. And what the difference is working with you is the hardware that gets us the passion to really make a difference in the marketplace.
Well, we love it. We love what you're doing with the technology. We love the fact that you're able to engage with the customers in entirely new ways. And we love the fact that you flew all the way from Germany to join us. Have a round of applause.
Thank you.
Everybody wants information at their fingertips, and it's not just about the product. It's a whole new way of thinking about customers. So we started creating what we call connected thermostats. And what's great about that is you can control your temperature from your phone. But what if you're a contractor and could also ensure that your home was running? Could we start to connect homeowners and contractors in a way that wasn't done before? We didn't want to have to create software solutions from the ground up. We wanted to think about value and benefits. Let's use something that already exists that we can build on, that we don't have to build ourselves. And Salesforce just made sense.
It started with a single question to our contractors. If you had remote visibility into the air conditioner and furnace performance within your customers' homes, what could that mean to your business? The answer we got back was, it means everything.
Whole house monitoring is something that's very prevalent nowadays. Everybody's getting used to that, the security monitoring. So bringing the air conditioning system and the cooling system of your home into that is a natural fit.
We're allowing homeowners who want to know that someone is watching over their home and maintaining it for them to have a relationship with a contractor.
Historically, customers come home from work and find out that their home's 110 degrees. The new portal changes all of that. It's real-time monitoring, 24 hours a day. We will know the minute we get an alert from their system.
You can get information and you can look at it on your smart device to diagnose that problem before you even run that truck out there. We're changing the business model of the contractor.
It's not as much about connecting the home as it is about connecting the person. It's like walking into a coffee shop and having them hand you a cup because they know that that's what you like to drink.
When we can translate that to a customer at the kitchen table, we can tell them that we're able to provide them a much higher level of accurate diagnostics and overall, just a better sense of customer service. So the whole scope of the relationship changes completely.
Salesforce, in their suite of sales, service, and marketing tool sets, allowed us to take the needs of our customers and merge it into this app that they are using on an everyday basis.
Every Honeywell connected thermostat that's sold can be connected back to a contractor with a Find a Dealer button right in the app. And we're presenting contractors in their area who are willing to come out and give them a hand.
Salesforce is really building the trust and bond between two people that maybe never would have connected. So it becomes a lead generation machine.
it allows us to create multiple connections with that customer. So now we're on a journey. We're able to create new software services that we can sell, as a subscription service to contractors, which they in turn sell as maintenance.
Against college kids sitting in dorm rooms writing software. And that's a different way of thinking about what the speed to market is.
We chose Salesforce because we wanted to go fast. I didn't have to learn the basic 101s of how these software pieces come together. I could take the needs of my customer and through concept and design, rapidly generate this and turn it into a solution.
Business leaders and businesses today need to recognize that we're in the age of digital and mobile, and just look at the power of using Salesforce's platform to really help them transform their business. Our mission right now is we want to connect everything, so we're really excited and really happy to have a partner like Salesforce to just open the door to where we're going to go in this world of connected devices.
I was very privileged to have my daughter Lucy join me at this wonderful event. She was listed as the we promoted her today to the vice chairman of the board.
It's
true.
So
tell us, Lucy, what are your impressions so far?
Well, we're here at the Javits Center in New York City, and it's been very interesting. We were over in the developer zone. I really have absolutely no idea what's going on or what any of this is, but I sure know how to look like I do.